Chapter 11, 16. A Dead Egg. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Fang Yuan controlled He Cheng, slowly getting into the eagle nest. Light in 9 colors shone on He Cheng's face interchangeably. His vision was covered by heavenly crystals. It was a grand and beautiful scene, like something out of a dream or illusion. The eagle nest was not big, it was like a small room. At the center of the room, there was a huge egg. Other than that, there was nothing else. He Cheng glanced at it. His gaze was focused on this egg. This egg was the height of a young man. It was oval-shaped and had a glass-like shell. It was reflecting the light of the 9 colors. It was extremely beautiful. But Fang Yuan sensed acutely that this egg was covered in death energy. It was devoid of life. Sensing this, he no longer cared about it. He placed his attention on the other aspects. He searched and explored. After some hours, other than the heavenly crystals, he had no other gains. How can this be? He Fan was a time path great expert. How can the true inheritance that he left behind only have one empty heavenly crystal eagle nest? Where are his time path immortal goo? Where are his immortal killer moves? Fang Yuan thought quickly. Soon he placed his attention on the dead egg again. Perhaps to find He Fan's true inheritance, that dead egg is the key, Fang Yuan guessed. At this stage, the memories that he had obtained from He Cheng were no longer useful. Fang Yuan had surpassed the generations of He tribe Gu immortals. He was at a step that they had never reached before. To obtain He Fan's true inheritance, Fang Yuan had to rely on himself. He Cheng walked around the dead egg, using his goo worms to observe and research it. A moment later, Fang Yuan confirmed again that this was a dead egg. An absolutely dead egg. There was no disguise. This way, Fang Yuan's guess that He Fan's true inheritance was hidden inside the eggshell was thwarted. Don't tell me, He Fan's true inheritance has already been stolen by someone. The immortal goo stored here are taken away already. I am not the first person in here? Fang Yuan could not help but think. This was not impossible. This world had too many secrets. After Fang Yuan's secret transactions with Sixth Hair, he did not dare to underestimate anyone. Even though he was a transmigrator, in this world, he was not the only one. There already was one who did well enough in life to become a rank 9 venerable. Righteous path, demonic path, lone cultivators, countless elites and geniuses, heroes and conquerors. Throughout history, they were shining like brilliant stars in the sky. Fang Yuan was just one of the stars. Fang Yuan's guess was not random. He had his evidence. According to the intel obtained from He Cheng, He tribe's Gu immortals had realized that attitude Gu was the key. While searching for attitude Gu, they also researched their methods, replicating attitude Gu's aura, attempting to deceive the heavenly crystal eagle nest to open. In He Cheng's memories, He tribe's Gu immortals did not succeed. But that did not mean that nobody had succeeded. A Gu immortal might have secretly opened the heavenly crystal eagle nest, taking He Fan's true inheritance for themselves while nobody knew. And this might not even be a He tribe Gu immortal. This example was very common throughout history. The most famous example was Thieving Heaven Demon Venerable. This person was the ultimate thief. In his life, he stole many Gu immortals' true inheritances. Countless forces hated him greatly. Fang Yuan inspected it a few times over. There was indeed nothing else. With his current methods and knowledge, if he found nothing, there was likely no He Fan true inheritance. Fang Yuan felt very disappointed. He was banking on He Fan's true inheritance to slow the rate of time in his immortal aperture. Of course, he had Chu Du's help now. He did not need it temporarily. But what about the future? If one did not have huge worries, they would worry about smaller things. Cooperating with Chu Du was dangerous. He was asking for favors from a tiger. Heaven's will would also seek to instigate him. Even if Fang Yuan did not need it now, with this assurance, he could have many ways out in the future if he encountered trouble. Even if there is no He Fan true inheritance, This heavenly crystal eagle nest is an entire nest of rank 8 immortal materials. It has great value. In fact, other than the immortal goo and Fang Yuan's immortal aperture, all of his other resources accumulated could not match half the value of the heavenly crystal eagle nest. Of course, this was excluding Donghun Mountain. Donghun Mountain and Luopo Valley were in Langya Blessed Land, and the trade of guts goo was solely handled by Langya Sek now. He only took his share of the profits monthly. However, what is this dead egg? I actually could not recognize it using my own knowledge. If Heifan's true inheritance is still around, this dead egg might be the clue that Heifan purposely left behind. Even though hope was slim, Fang Yuan was intending to follow this route and investigate. He first went to Treasure Yellow Heaven because cultivation experience and knowledge was also sold here, among which there were desolate beast encyclopedias, maps of southern border, books on ancient desolate plants. Fang Yuan's divine sense looked around. Choosing carefully, he bought some and looked at them. Last time, he spent nearly 10,000 immortal essence stones to buy a large amount of Pil Azure incense. But this month's profits were not here yet. His funds were low. But after seeing these, even though Fang Yuan learned something, he did not manage to find information regarding this mysterious dead egg. Fang Yuan was not disappointed. Instead, he was a little happy. The more mysterious this dead egg was, the deeper its origin, and the greater hope he had regarding the clues to Heifan's true inheritance. This dead egg is very likely to be an immemorial desolate beast egg. Fang Yuan's readings were not without result. But in this case, the knowledge from Treasure Yellow Heaven was basically useless. Because this knowledge were mostly limited to rank 6 and 7, immemorial desolate beasts had rank 8 battle strength, but rank 8 goo immortals would not sell their knowledge in Treasure Yellow Heaven. They had no lack of such money. In any case, most goo immortals would not buy them, because with their level, they could not interact with immemorial desolate beasts. In the current world, most immemorial desolate beasts were inside White Heaven and Black Heaven. Other than that, they were in the forbidden or catastrophic areas in the 5 regions, like the Northern Plains, 10 Great Fierce areas, or places like Earth Trench and Earth Abyss. Should I ask directly in Treasure Yellow Heaven, putting up a high price for the origins of this egg? Fang Yuan thought about it and denied this idea. It was too eye-catching. Hei Tribe's goo immortals were not all dead. Wisdom path. Goo immortals could easily deduce some information. This was not good for Fang Yuan. If rank 8 goo immortals were drawn to him, they would be a problem. Fang Yuan could not afford to face these existences yet. He did not feel much dejection from Treasure Yellow Heaven's uselessness, because he knew that he had someone who could help him with this problem. That was Langya Land's spirit. Langya Land's spirit was the obsession of Longhair Ancestor. He had been a rank 8 goo immortal, a refinement path supreme grandmaster. He was famous throughout history and had great reputation. Which paths would have goo immortals with the widest knowledge? Wisdom path, information path, and refinement path. Wisdom path. Goo immortals could deduce secrets. Information path goo immortals could search and find intel. While refinement path goo immortals had to refine goo, they needed to know lots of immortal materials. As one of the greatest refinement path experts in history, Longhair Ancestor's knowledge was undeniably immense. Fang Yuan sought help from Langya Land Spirit. This was not a smooth process. Fang Yuan was troubled by Langya Land Spirit's attitude. Recently, Langya sect was very unhappy with Fang Yuan. They felt that he was cultivating for himself and did not contribute to the sect. Now Langya sect was developing in Taichu. The falling star hound was causing them problems. Their progress was minimal as a result. Fang Yuan, if you kill the falling star hound, I will let you read such books in our inventory. If you want to exchange for it, use 100 contribution points. Langya Land Spirit said coldly with a low tone. Fang Yuan smiled. I will exchange for it. 100 contribution points was almost all that he had now. However, even so, Fang Yuan wanted to exchange for it. He did not plan to go to Taichu. Lang Yalan's spirits snorted. He was about to speak again, but Fang Yuan said, First Supreme Elder is truly impartial, handling matters according to sect rules. Lang Ya sect's rise is inevitable. Lang Yalan's spirit was so angry his chest was puffing. His hair stood on ends as he breathed roughly. He contained his anger. I heard that you have a deep relationship with 12th Hair. I remember this child had praised you before. Recently, he challenged the falling Starhound. He suffered great injuries, and his desolate beasts all died. He is very dejected. Are you going to visit him? Thank you for the concern, First Supreme Elder. Fang Yuan had a heavy and sorrowful face, as if the one injured was not 12th Hair but himself. After exchanging for the books, I will go to 12th Hair, Fang Yuan assured. Lang Yalan's spirit was helpless. He could not do anything to Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan got what he wanted, going to 12th Hair's Cloud City along the way. But he did not meet with 12th Hair in person. A mortal Goo Master said, My master is unwilling to meet guests. Please go back. Fang Yuan was not welcomed, but he did not leave, he asked with concern. However, the attitude of this mortal Goo Master was very cold. Fang Yuan could not get any results. He had to leave helplessly. If not for the land spirit's awareness of matters in the Blessed Land, Fang Yuan would not even put up this show. He knew clearly how could a mortal hairy man, Goo Master, act like this to a Goo Immortal. Evidently, he was backed by a hairy man. Goo Immortal. And this person was none other than 12th Hair, who held a grudge against Fang Yuan. My relationship with Lang Ya sect has reached this stage. Of course, a lot of the credit goes to 6th Hair. Lang Ya sect has a lot of value. I need to restore and maintain a good relationship with it in the future. But that is not an urgent matter. Returning to his own Cloud City, he checked the information and was not disappointed. So this egg is the upper extreme heavenly eagle. Fang Yuan's heart shook. Upper extreme heavenly eagles were immemorial desolate beasts with rank 8 battle strength. After his surprise, Fang Yuan was filled with joy. He realized his hard work was not in vain. If this was an egg of the upper extreme heavenly eagle, then Haifan's true inheritance was not taken away yet. It was waiting for him.